Let's begin. Sit comfortably. Like I said earlier, also, it's if you can even try maybe sitting with the leg one in front of the other and see how if that makes a difference to the spine. This is good. This helps us open up the knees a little. Sometimes you can even try putting one foot in front of the other. This way also, and see if that makes a difference. Let's start coming inward now. Close your eyes. And bring all your attention back to the body. Moving through each part. Checking in to make sure you're not clenching, tightening any muscles. Becoming aware of the state of each part, each muscle. Take your time to scan. As you include each part in your awareness, slowly coming to that full body awareness, where you're able to observe all the parts at once. You can also start observing the breathing. As we breathe, the air flows into the lungs. But if you can remain aware of the whole body, you can feel the subtle energy, the subtle breath flow through the whole body. All the inner body sensations are suggestive of the flow of energy in those parts. So stay with your body and breath awareness. Stay with all the inner body sensations. And tell yourself that for the rest of the hour, this is where your attention will be. On the inner body sensation, on the breathing, on how you're holding the body. This 1 hour is just for yourself. So set an intention to enjoy the practice, being fully present, moment to moment, right here on the mat. Let us energize ourselves with 3 Omkaras. Relax into the chanting, feeling the body expand, feeling the vibrations throughout. Exhale completely and take a nice breath in for the first round. And now rubbing your palms. You can cup your eyes, take a few seconds with your palms on your eyes, and slowly blink the palms open, eyes open, looking into your palm. Are you still able to hear me clearly? Can you give me a thumbs up? All right. Let's stretch the legs out. You can keep them slightly apart. Place your palms by the side of your buttocks and gently lengthen the spine. See how tall you can sit. You can continue to keep your palms there or release the palms, but maintain that length in the spine and gently start flapping your feet in and out. Let the whole leg move. You're loosening up from the hip joints, knee joints, ankle joints. And you can keep your feet apart and make your ankle rotations. Trying to draw a big circle with the big toe. See how much your feet will move in all directions. Forward, sideways, and reverse. Check if you're moving from the ankle joint. And relax. Now you can move your toes, crunching, spreading them out a few times. And relax. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let's open up the lower body with some butterfly flaps. You can interlock your fingers or place your hands wherever they're comfortable on the legs. Try to be a little more active in the toes, allowing the toes to press into each other. Lift one buttock, place it down so that you're comfortable, stable on your sit bones, and then start flapping the knees. Gently flapping, sitting as tall as you can with the spine. Check if your breathing is relaxed, your shoulders relaxed. And now let's go with a little bit of bigger flaps. You can go a little slower, gently. And along with that, let's add the spinal movement. I will just show you from the side. As you raise your knees, you can round your back, look towards your belly, tucking your chin. As you lower the knees, try to look up, chest coming forward. It's a combination of the cat and cow movement for the spine, as well as your butterfly flap. Along with the legs, you're allowing the spine to move. One last time. And you can release the legs. Take a moment. Now, hold your left leg in. Hold your right leg with your palms. One palm underneath the ankle, one underneath the knee. You can hold that from outside. If that feels challenging, you can even take your forearms underneath your foot and hold it. We are just going to rock it open. A little bit more opening of the hip joint. So focus on the knee. So from outside, you can place your palm under the knee and see how wide you can open out the knee. Again, remain aware of the whole body. See how your back is, how your arms and shoulders are. And now try to pull the leg in as close as you can, taking your head towards the knee and release the leg. Place it down. We'll pick the other leg up. One palm under the ankle, one under the knee. or just using your forearms to move the foot. Be aware of the knee and see how wide you can open it out. And just pull your knee close. Try to take your head to the knee and now sit back in a comfortable cross-leg position. It's okay for the feet to be relaxed, however they are at ease. Now let's move to the fingers. Opening, clenching. Try to clench with the thumbs going in so you get that stretch on the outside of the thumb as well. And making a loose fist, let's rotate the wrist joints. Try to move just the wrist, not the rest of the arm. Reverse. And now turn your palms up. Place your fingertips. Let's make some shoulder rotation. See how close you can bring your elbows, how high you can raise them. Moving with your breath, breathing in as the chest expands, elbow open up. Breathing out as the elbows come together. And let's go in the reverse direction. Try to raise your elbows, bring them closer together. And relax. Take a few moments. Let's see how the spine is doing today. Just place your palms facing each other, cup your fingers in front of the shoulders at the level of the. So just making like a U shape with your fingers, cup them, interlock them. And now we just look over the shoulder, gently twisting side to side at whatever pace feels comfortable for you. Try to sit straight. Releasing any stiffness in the upper back. And relax. Be aware of the inner body sensation. What is happening as we free up and move the different joints. Now inhaling, raise your arms. Lengthen from the tailbone as if you're stretching the whole of the spine. We bend to the right. So take your right palm on the mat. Stay for a moment. We'll just stay here, allowing the release on this left side of the body. So as you breathe in, feeling taller. As you breathe out, allowing the body to go to the side a little bit. 5, 4. See how much you can go slowly with every breath. If it's too intense, you can straighten up a bit. 2, and 1. Gently coming back up. Let's go to the other side. Take your time to adjust your position first. And once you're comfortable, you can even close your eyes if you want. Focus on the breathing. Stay there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently coming back up. Relax. Place your hands down. One last Practice while we are seated here. The neck rotation. So make sure you roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And then gently rotating the neck as if you're drawing a nice big circle with your nose. You can make 3 rotations and then change the direction, making sure you're breathing smooth and easy even as you rotate the neck. Finish your 3 rotations in both directions, and then you can bring your head back to the center. All right. Now you can stretch your legs out to the front and come into a tabletop position. On your palms and knees. Yes, we'll just go into a mountain pose to stretch the lower back and the back of the legs. So tuck your toes in, lift your hips up high. Make sure you spread your fingers. Be active in your fingertips and your palms. And slowly allow the hips to go up. And gently, you can bend one knee at a time. And as you bend the knee, try to push the other heel to the mat. And allow, when you bend the knee, allow the chest to go towards the knee. As if you're bringing the knee towards the chest. And now, stop the pedaling of the knees. You can gently start walking forward. It doesn't matter if you have to bend your knees or you come to your fingertips. Slowly bringing the feet between your palms. Keep a little distance between your feet. And once you're there, straighten your knees. It's okay if your hands lift up. Feeling the stretch in all the muscles on the back of the body. And now lifting your hands up from the sides. Let's come up all the way. Lengthen. Interlock your fingers at the top. Flip your palms upward. And then gently raise your heels, getting a nice Tadasana stretch, like a tall palm tree. Relaxed breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring your heels down, bring your hands down, and relax. You can come to the top of your mat. Just stand there and observe your inner body sensations. Physically, mentally, to prepare to move through a smooth flow of Surya Namaskaras, the sun salutations. We will begin the year. We took a break in between with some nice, active, dynamic rounds of Surya Namaskara. So, standing tall, every part of the body, every muscle ready to move. Standing where you are, take a breath in. Exhaling, bring your palms together, Pranamasana. First round, we'll take a few breaths in each posture, getting comfortable, allowing the body to familiarize with the poses. Inhaling, raise your arms up, point up towards the ceiling, and if you're comfortable, try to reach your hand, take your hands even behind the head. Look up if you're comfortable. Hasta Uttanasana, extended arm position. Can you breathe easy here? If it's too intense, you can straighten up a bit. And the next exhalation, straighten up, start hinging from the hip joints. Slowly coming into your forward fold. Feel free to bend your knees in the first few rounds if needed, if there is stiffness in the lower back. Drop your head to look towards the knees. Shift a little bit of weight to the toes as well. Are you breathing easy? And from here, you can bend if needed to place all your fingertips on the mat by the side of your feet. Take the right leg back as you breathe in to Ashwasanchalana, horse rider's pose. You can place your knee down, stretch your toes out. If there is a problem with the knees or if this feels too intense, you can keep the toes tucked in and just raise the knee. Now, while you're here, see how you can be active in the upper body, as if the chest and shoulders also are bearing some weight. It's not all falling on your palms or fingers or the foot. And now tuck the back toes in, placing your palms down, slide the left leg back to go into a plank. Once you take the leg back in line with the other foot, shift your shoulders forward a bit. You will notice the work happening in the core muscles. Your hips are neither sagging nor raised too high. If possible, in line with the shoulder. Now, as you breathe in, place your knees down on the mat. Breathing out, try to keep your elbows pointing backward as you take the chest and chin down to the mat into Ashtanga Namaskara, 8-limbed pose. Try to find your stability here. Now, being active in the upper body, see if you can slide forward with the upper body. If not, just stretch the legs to the back to bring the belly to the mat. Stretch the toes out to the back. Now, spreading your fingers, active in your arms, lift the upper body a bit. Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Are you still breathing easy here? Every inhalation as if you're getting more energy to raise up into your cobra. The next exhalation, tuck your toes. You can lift your chest and belly off the mat and lift the knees to come into a mountain. Feel free to step your feet forward a bit. Now be active even in the fingertips. Feel that someone is gently pulling your hips up towards the ceiling. And as you inhale next, you can raise your heels a bit, step forward with the right foot to the horse rider's pose. Ashwasanchalanasana, place the left knee down and slowly see how much you can allow the hips to sink down. No rushing, how much ever your body allows in this moment. Are you able to breathe easy? And as you exhale, tuck the back toes, lift that knee, step forward with that left foot. Coming into your forward fold, drop your head, looking towards your knees. Try to straighten your legs. Check your breathing. Now we usually come back with the arms by the side of the ears, but if you have a very sensitive lower back, if it cannot take too much strain, you can even raise your arms from the sides as you inhale and come up next. Either hands, biceps next to the ears, or hands coming up from the sides, going back into your extended arm posture, Hasta Uttanasana. Feeling active in the waist, in the chest, in the arms. And as you exhale, straighten up, palms in front of the chest, Pranamasana. Observe your breathing and all the inner body sensations. The next inhalation, you can bring your hands down to the sides, coming back to the starting position, Sthiti. Notice what your inner body sensations are telling you after the first round. Now we move more dynamic, active through another 2.5 cycles. We finished half cycle of Surya Namaskara, where we took the right leg back and brought the right leg forward. Now we go with the left leg. Now we don't have to hold for long. We can move with every breath. If you need to, you can take a breath or so in any posture. Listen to your body. The next half cycle we'll move together. After that, you can go on your own at your own pace. So standing where you are, inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, raise your arms, lengthen, arch back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg back this time. Horse rider position. Exhale into plank. Taking the right foot back, bring your shoulders above the wrist. Inhale and place your knees down. Exhale, chest and chin down. Inhaling to cobra. Exhaling to mountain. Inhaling, left foot forward. Exhaling, right foot forward. Bringing your arms along with the head. Inhaling, you come up all the way. Exhaling, palms in front of the chest. Inhale, hands down, back to the starting position. Take a breath or two. See if your breathing is still smooth. Now we go with 2 more rounds, which is 4 half cycles at your own pace. Whenever you feel ready. Take your time, even between cycles, catch your breath. When you're easy in the breath, it's an indication that you're moving effortlessly. So go ahead whenever you're ready for the next 2 rounds. Enjoying the flow of your breath. Enjoying the opening in the body with every pose. Try to think that you don't even have your camera on, that you're the only person in the room. Would there be any difference in how you go through the flow? No contraction. Feeling active, strong and energetic. Letting your breath guide you, telling you when to move from one posture to the next. So it's perfectly okay to take an extra breath or two. And moving when your breathing tells you to. Lovely. Constantly aware of those inner body sensations which tell you about the blood flow, energy flow to the different parts. Move when you are ready to for the next half cycle. Surya Namaskaras. Release blockages, tightness, especially in the physical body, but even in the mental body. You can feel that openness in the body and mind if you are going consciously through the flow, as effortless as you can be, fully aware of your breath, aware of all the body parts. Let your practice move in the direction of becoming more effortless, graceful, and smooth. Even when you're holding a pose like the plank, how graceful, mentally at ease can you be? That is what trains us even for day to day life. What is the state of your mind when you are challenged? How can your breath help you remain stable, steady? In your mountain, practice keeping the chest open as if the chest is moving towards the thighs. Each of our bodies is different. The joints and muscles are in a different state. So each of us can move at our own pace, listening to the body. Our lung capacity might be different. Enjoy your own unique practice. We have one more round with 2 half cycles. No hurry, take your time. And try to vary also between cycles. See if how it works in the body when you're a little more active and quicker, when you go a little more slower. Every cycle as if you are just beginning the practice now. That same enthusiasm. Observing the state of mind with the continuous flow, with the repetitions, your body is getting more comfortable with the movements. Now, can you Observe the state of mind and see if you can keep that steady even as the breathing and the body are changing. The same stable, relaxed state of mind even as you are moving constantly. The same sun salutation. There are so many different ways to practice, different aspects you can pay attention to and feel like you're doing it for the first time. Lovely. Last half cycle. Catch your breath, take your time. Practicing on your own, even if you take 1 hour to just do maybe 5 cycles, 5 rounds of Surya Namaskaras, doesn't matter. You might even do just 2 or 3. But if you're mindful, you would have opened up your body so much more beautifully than mindlessly moving through 10 rounds or doing 20 postures in the class. So go at your own pace, enjoying what you do. Even as you're moving, are you allowing the lungs to expand comfortably? Awesome. Now that you're done, you can stand with your feet slightly apart, your hands relaxed a little away from the body. Close your eyes, keep your head straight, and just stay with those inner body sensations, feeling that free flow of energy through every part. If your heartbeat, breathing are a little irregular or fast, let them settle down a bit. Coming back to a state of samasthiti, feeling neutral, even sensation, stable in the breathing, almost uniform sensations throughout the body. When you feel a little more stable, settled, you can come into Vajrasana, thunderbolt pose, where we sit on our heels. Feel free to give any padding underneath the ankles, like a folded sheet or a thin cushion, and even between the thighs and the calves, if needed. Sitting in Vajrasana, take your time to bring any prop or support you need. If there's stiffness in the ankle, you can place a folded sheet under the ankles here. That will help. If there is tightness in the knees, you may not be able to sit down fully. This will stop you. So you can give a little bit of cushioning between the back of your thighs and the calf muscles, and then sit down. So take your time to adjust. Find yourself in a comfortable thunderbolt pose. You may be grabbing a sheet or a cushion, which is fine. Take your time. Sitting comfortably. Place your palms on your thighs. Sit tall and close your eyes. Observe your whole body. Now roll your shoulders up, back and down. Interlock your fingers behind you. We go into a forward fold. So take a breath in. And as you start exhaling, gently tuck your belly button in. Bring your belly towards the thighs. You can keep looking front to keep the spine lengthened. Bring your chest towards the knees and slowly drop your head down. Try to keep your buttocks on your heels. Once you drop your head, see how much you can allow the arms to raise up. Stay there. And if you're uncomfortable, you can always come out and go back into the stretches. 5. Is your breathing stable? That is an indication of whether you're holding your posture right. 4, 3, 2, and slowly come back up. You can release your legs, bring them out to the front. Take a few moments. And now you can lie down on your back. Come to a lying down position. Bend your knees. Bring your heels as close to the buttocks as possible. And now try to bring your shoulder blades together on your back, which opens the chest up a bit. We go into a bridge pose. So tuck your chin as if you're trying to look towards the chest. Your palms are on the mat. And as you breathe in, raise your hips. Keep adjusting your shoulder blades if needed to bear the weight on your shoulders. Feeling strong and active in your thighs, in the buttocks, in all the back muscles. Stay there. Allow even your palms and your feet to support you in the bridge pose. 4. Even here, how relaxed can you be with the breathing? 3. Every inhalation, as if you're just getting into the pose, lifting up a little more. 2. and 1. Slowly come back down. Stretch your legs out. Take a moment. Bring your knees to the chest again. Gently placing your palms on your knees, pull them a little closer to the chest. Roll on your back one side to side. Coming back to the center. Now be active with the head, shoulders. Lifting your head, bringing it towards the knees. See if you can stay there and breathe into your belly. If it feels very intense or challenging, you can place your head back on the mat and still try to breathe through the belly. Pavanamuktasana. It helps release any gas, wind that might be stored in the large intestines. Beautiful practice for digestion. 3, 2. Even if you raised your head, be active in your arms and shoulders so that the weight is not on the neck muscle. And slowly relax. Interlock your fingers behind the head. Let's go into a supine twist. As you exhale, drop your knees to the left on the floor. Allow the feet to settle. Doesn't matter if both the knees go down. Turn your head to the right and close your eyes. Start releasing, relaxing the body. 5, 4. Let go of any contraction that might still be there in the body, in the mind. Breathe it out. 2, and 1. Gently coming back to the center. Drop your legs to the other side. Turn your head in the opposite direction from the legs. Close your eyes. Let go into the twist. Start relaxing, releasing the body. Enjoy the breathing. 5, 4, 3. See where you notice any contraction. How can you relax that with the breath? Release it all. And 1. Now gently bring your head, your legs back to the center. Placing your palms on your knees. Again, gently pull the knees closer to release the lower back. Roll on your back side to side. And coming back to the center, point your feet up, point your palms up, clench and release your fingers and toes a few times. Move your wrists and ankle joints if you feel like it, a couple of times. Tighten every muscle in the body, even the face. And slowly, you can stretch your legs onto the mat. Take your hands overhead and stretch every muscle in the body from the toes and feet all the way to the fingertips. Now bring your hands down next to you. You can bend your knees. Bring your knees again to the chest. Place your palms behind your thighs and rock back and forth a couple of times. See how you can rock back all the way to the shoulders and neck. Keep your back rounded. It releases any tension in the little muscles along the spine. See how much you can raise your buttocks when you go back. And then we'll rock ourselves up to a seated position. We'll finish the pranayama, some breath awareness practices, and then settle down in Shavasana and stillness. So adjust your body, especially the lower body. Place your palms on the knees facing upward. Spread the fingers out and bend the forefinger to touch the tip of the thumb. Chin mudra. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Your head is straight but chin slightly tucked in. And slowly coming back to that full body awareness, the inner body sensations. Take a few rounds of conscious breath. See if your body posture, if how you're holding the muscles are allowing the lungs to expand freely. Expanding downward. Expanding forward and sideways. Now make a little more effort to take a full breath in to the brim, and you're expanding the lungs even upward. As you exhale, relaxing from all directions towards the end of your breath, try to make a little effort to push out that last bit of carbon dioxide. And then take another nice deep breath in. Two more rounds, breathing into the maximum lung capacity. Breathing out to the maximum capacity, pushing out all the carbon dioxide which may be stuck to the walls of the lungs. And after this round, just relax, let go, come back to your natural breathing. Now slowly, can you make your breath subtle and delicate? As if there is a light feather right in front of your nostrils and it's hardly moving when you breathe in and out. You are still filling the lungs, emptying them out, but keeping it as gentle and slow as possible. Like a small flame or a feather right in front of the nostrils, which hardly moves as you breathe. And as you practice this, observe the state of mind. When we breathe heavy, we can only pay attention to the air filling the lungs. When we breathe gentle and delicate, we can actually feel the subtle breath, the prana, that life force energy flowing through the whole body, not just the air in the lungs. So can you observe both? Delicate breathing. The lungs are getting filled, but you are also aware of the inner body sensations in all corners of the body. This subtle breathing practice opens up not just the body, but even the mind to that subtle energy flow. which clears out blockages at a much deeper level, at a more subtler level. If it helps, you can also mentally keep a soft and gentle count while you're inhaling, going like 1, 2, 3, 4, unhurried counting. That helps stay more relaxed, open up the mind even more. Release all the distractions and only stay in the present moment, moment after moment. The more you get comfortable with subtle breathing, you'll start noticing a silence and stillness in the background. In the background of the breathing, the background of the body, and everything else that you are aware of around you, within you. Now, maintaining that same breathing pattern, you can gently release your body, come to a lying down position for another 2 minutes. When the body is relaxed and let go, you will not get distracted by any discomfort in the body. So adjust and let go of the body. Come back to your gentle, subtle breathing and inner body sensation. Settling more and more into the stillness, into the state of non-doing. Simply being. Even 60 seconds of simply being without distraction can make huge shifts in our state of being and how we feel and how we go about in the outer world. All the contractions in the mind start releasing if you can just stay in that stillness. Now see how you can stay in that same mental state, one of ease, let go, relaxed, content. And from that same state, become aware of your body. We'll come out of the Shavasana, so gently feel free to move. Wiggle your toes and fingers, move your feet and palms. Go ahead and give yourself a nice stretch again. Or even bend your knees and hug if you need to. And then rolling to one side, you can slowly come up to a seated position. Time to end our practice. See how far you can stay with that inner state of being, connected with that stillness, even as you come back. Sitting back, bring your palms together. Let us end with gratitude, with love in our hearts, wishing that state of inner stillness and peace for all beings, including ourselves. Try to include even those you can't stand or have strong judgments for. Bring them into your prayers. Let us chant the closing prayer. Take a nice breath in. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You can rub your palms actively. Feel that heat and move it to your face, eyes, the rest of the body if you feel like it. Take your time to cup your eyes and slowly blink them open. Thank you. Take care.